If you are a green card holder living in the United States right now, you need to stop everything you are doing and pay very close attention to what I am about to share with you today. This information could directly impact your ability to remain in this country, your path to citizenship, and your eligibility for critical benefits that you may be depending on right now or in the near future. Major changes are happening in Washington, and these changes are specifically targeting permanent residents. The rules that you thought you understood, the protections you believed you had, and the timeline you are counting on could all be shifting in ways that you never anticipated. Whether you have been a green card holder for 2 years or 20 years, this video contains information that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. Before we dive into the details, I want you to do something very important right now. I want you to subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and turn on those notification bells so that you never miss an update about critical changes that could affect your status, your benefits, and your future in America. The landscape is changing rapidly, and staying informed is no longer optional. It is essential for your survival in this system. Now, let us get into exactly what is happening and what you need to do about it immediately. The United States Congress has been working on significant immigration reform measures that have now moved through the legislative process. These changes represent some of the most substantial shifts in immigration policy that we have seen in decades. For green card holders specifically, there are several provisions that demand your immediate attention and potentially require you to take action before certain deadlines pass you by. First and foremost, we need to talk about the continuous residence requirements that are being enforced with renewed vigor. Many green card holders are not fully aware that their permanent resident status can be jeopardized by extended travel outside of the United States. Under the strengthened enforcement measures, immigration authorities are now scrutinizing travel records more carefully than ever before. If you have taken trips outside of the country that lasted longer than 6 months, you may already be flagged in the system. Trips lasting longer than 1 year can be considered an abandonment of your permanent resident status, and this is being enforced with zero tolerance under the new guidelines. Immigration officers at ports of entry are now specifically trained to identify green card holders who may have violated these continuous residence requirements, and they have the authority to initiate removal proceedings right there at the airport. Think about that for a moment. You could be returning from visiting family abroad, stepping off the plane onto American soil where you have built your life, and find yourself facing deportation procedures. This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is happening to people right now, and the new enforcement measures are only making it more common. If you have any trips in your travel history that exceeded 6 months, you need to consult with an immigration attorney immediately. Do not wait. Do not assume that because nothing has happened yet, nothing will happen. The system is catching up with people, and when it catches up with you, it may be too late to fix the situation. Now let us discuss the public charge rule and how it affects green card holders who are receiving or considering applying for government benefits. This is where things get particularly concerning for many permanent residents, especially those who are approaching retirement age or dealing with health challenges. The public charge determination has been expanded and strengthened in ways that many people do not fully understand. If you are a green card holder and you are using certain government benefits, this could affect your ability to renew your green card, apply for citizenship, or even maintain your current status. The benefits that are now being scrutinized include cash assistance programs, long-term institutionalized care paid for by the government, and certain other means-tested benefits. Here is what makes this so dangerous. Many green card holders have been using these benefits for years without any problems. They were told they were eligible, they applied, they received assistance, and they assumed everything was fine. But under the new enforcement priorities, past use of these benefits is being examined during various immigration processes. When you apply to renew your green card, your benefit history is reviewed. When you apply for naturalization to become a citizen, your benefit history is reviewed. In some cases, during routine interactions with immigration authorities, your benefit history can be accessed and used to make determinations about your case. This does not mean you should panic and immediately stop using all benefits you are entitled to. That would be a mistake as well. What it means is that you need to understand exactly where you stand, what the risks are, and how to protect yourself. An immigration attorney or an accredited representative can help you understand your specific situation and develop a strategy that protects your status while still allowing you to access the support you need. Another major change that green card holders must be aware of involves the naturalization process itself. If you have been a permanent resident for the required period and you have been putting off applying for citizenship, you need to reconsider that decision right now. The naturalization process provides protections that green card holders simply do not have. Citizens cannot be deported except in extremely rare cases involving denaturalization for fraud. Citizens do not have to worry about maintaining continuous residence. Citizens do not have to worry about public charge determinations affecting their status. Citizens have the right to vote, the right to serve on juries, and full constitutional protections that are not available to permanent residents in the same way. Under the current climate, the security of citizenship has never been more valuable. Processing times for naturalization applications have been fluctuating, and there is talk of additional requirements being added to the process. If you are eligible to apply for citizenship today, waiting could mean facing a harder process tomorrow. The naturalization application requires that you have been a permanent resident for at least 5 years in most cases, or 3 years if you are married to a United States citizen. You must have been physically present in the country for a certain amount of time, maintained continuous residence, demonstrated good moral character, passed an English and civics test, and shown attachment to the principles of the Constitution. If you meet these requirements but have been putting off the application because of the cost, the time involved, or simple procrastination, I am urging you in the strongest possible terms to reconsider. The filing fee may seem expensive, but there are fee waiver options available for those who qualify based on income. The time involved in preparing for the tests may seem daunting, but there are free resources available to help you study. Whatever obstacles you think are standing in your way, they are almost certainly smaller than the risks you face by remaining a permanent resident in the current environment. Let me also address something that affects older green card holders specifically. If you are a senior citizen with permanent resident status, you may be eligible for special accommodations during the naturalization process. Applicants who are 50 years old or older and have been permanent residents for at least 20 years can take the civics test in their native language. Applicants who are 55 or older and have been permanent residents for at least 15 years have the same option. There are also disability exceptions available for those who cannot meet certain requirements due to physical or mental impairments. These accommodations exist precisely because the government wants long-term, permanent residents to become citizens. They recognize that older adults may face challenges with the English language requirement or other aspects of the test. If you have been avoiding naturalization because you were afraid you could not pass the test, please look into these accommodations. You may be pleasantly surprised to find that the path to citizenship is more accessible than you thought. Now I need to talk about something that many green card holders do not want to think about, but absolutely must understand. Your green card can be revoked. Your permanent resident status is not actually permanent in the way that word normally means. It is permanent in the sense that it does not expire automatically like a visa, but it can be taken away under certain circumstances. Grounds for deportation of permanent residents include criminal convictions, even for crimes that may seem minor. They include fraud or misrepresentation in obtaining your green card. They include failure to maintain continuous residence. They include becoming a public charge. They include a range of other circumstances that many permanent residents never imagined would apply to them. The current enforcement environment has seen an increase in deportation proceedings against long-term permanent residents. People who have lived in this country for decades, raised families here, built businesses here, and contributed to their communities are being targeted for removal based on old convictions, technical violations, and circumstances that were never previously enforced with this level of intensity. If you have anything in your history that could potentially be a problem, you need to know about it now, rather than being surprised during a green card renewal or a naturalization interview. This includes old arrests, even if they did not result in convictions. This includes convictions that were expunged or sealed. This includes any interactions with law enforcement that you may have assumed were no longer relevant. An immigration attorney can review your history and help you understand your risk level. They can also help you prepare for interviews and potentially address problems before they become crises. This is not about being paranoid. This is about being prepared. Let us also discuss the practical steps you should take right now to protect yourself and ensure that you are in the best possible position, regardless of what changes may come in the future. First, make sure your green card is current and valid. Check the expiration date. If your card is expired or will expire soon, file for renewal immediately. Traveling with an expired green card can create serious problems at the border, and having an expired card during any interaction with immigration authorities can complicate your situation. Second, gather and organize all of your immigration documents. This includes your passport, your green card, your original visa documents, any approval notices you have received, and records of all entries and exits from the United States. Having these documents organized and accessible can be crucial if you ever need to quickly prove your status or respond to an inquiry. Third, create a record of your continuous residence and physical presence. This means keeping documents that show you have been living in the United States, such as tax returns, utility bills, lease agreements, employment records, bank statements, and any other paperwork that demonstrates your presence in the country over time. Fourth, be extremely careful about any new applications or petitions you file with immigration authorities. Every interaction with the system creates a record and triggers a review of your case. If there are any problems in your history, a new application could bring those problems to light. This does not mean you should avoid filing necessary applications, but you should do so with full knowledge of your situation, and ideally with professional guidance. Fifth, consider the benefits of naturalization if you are eligible. As I discussed earlier, citizenship provides protections that permanent resident status simply cannot match. In the current environment, those protections are more valuable than ever. Sixth, stay informed about changes to immigration law and policy. Subscribe to this channel. Follow reputable news sources that cover immigration issues. Pay attention to announcements from United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. The rules can change quickly, and being caught off guard can have devastating consequences. I know this video has contained a lot of concerning information, and I know that many of you watching right now are feeling worried about your future. That concern is valid. The situation for green card holders is more precarious than it has been in many years, and pretending otherwise would be doing you a disservice. But I also want you to understand that there are steps you can take to protect yourself. There are resources available to help you. There are professionals who specialize in immigration law and can provide guidance tailored to your specific situation. You are not powerless, but you must be proactive. Do not wait for a problem to find you. Take action now to understand your rights, assess your risks, and strengthen your position. The green card holders who will weather this storm successfully are the ones who are informed, prepared, and engaged with their own immigration status. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up so that more people in our community can find this critical information. Share it with any green card holders you know who need to hear this message. And please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss important updates about changes that could affect your status, your benefits, and your life in America. In the comments below, let me know your situation. Are you a green card holder who is considering naturalization? Have you experienced any difficulties with immigration authorities recently? What questions do you have that you would like me to address in future videos? I read every comment, and your feedback helps me create content that truly serves this community. Thank you for watching, and please take care of yourself out there. The system is not looking out for you, so you must look out for yourself. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay safe.